film. Is it a movie, film, or a film? Is it a movie,
Great movie,
or a film?
Fascinating
Is it a movie,
Love that movie.
or a film?
Haven't heard of that
Is it a
film.
movie,
It's my favorite
or a
movie.
film?
I don't sit around all day watching movies. I lounge around watching films.
Hey, MFers. You're listening to MovieFilm.
Film. It's a podcast where we pick a flick and decide if it's a movie or a film. I'm Nate, and give me back my hand. Give me back my hand.
And I'm Terrell. And I'm a mess.
Wait, we just watched
We just watched this.
Was it RoboCop?
It was RoboCop.
Yes, that classic quote from RoboCop.
That
I'm
classic.
Sure.
No, I don't know why that quote stuck with me. It's so funny. It's so funny. Like, it's so bad that it's good. Because, like, we can talk about RoboCop a little, right?
Yeah, we finally watched RoboCop.
Yeah, we watched RoboCop. I feel like it's been on our list for a while, and we finally got to it.
Yeah, we both liked it.
Yeah, we both liked it. It was great action, violence, and humor. Like, check.
Yeah,
but,
and some nice commentary.
It had some nice commentary. It had even better quotes, I think, in it. But that one just stuck out to me because it was just like, that was the best line they could give her. That was the best line they could give the only woman character in the movie.
Yeah, I forget her name. The partner that he met like the day that he was shot and killed.
Yeah.
Why couldn't she have just been? Why'd she have to be the new? I don't know. That character and the women in that movie weren't treated.
She started out really great, actually, and then just like they just was kind of like, well, we have a RoboCop now, so we don't really need her.
Yeah,
great movie though, great one. Really enjoyed it.
Did you know my quote?
No, what was it?
It was from Evil Dead 2.
I should have knew that.
Yeah,
I should have knew that.
The horror movie with the hands.
Yeah.
Because today we're talking about another one of those horror movies with the hands.
Yeah.
Idle Hands.
Yes, we are.
But also, I thought it'd be a good transition to, what do we have? It's some movie news.
Yeah.
The writer-director of Evil Dead 2, Sam Raimi, officially on board to direct Doctor Strange, The Madness of the Multiverse.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange sequel.
Yeah.
That the director of the first one got fired from a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were rumors going around about this, Sam Raimi taking the reins, but finally made official. Pretty exciting.
Pretty cool.
In addition to Evil Dead, he really was the first to kind of crack the superhero franchise with the original Spider-Man trilogy. 2000s. Yeah. And, but now he's back, and it's a whole new
he's in the
landscape.
MCU now.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And, like, a cool one to bring him in on.
I wonder if Spider-Man's going to, like, make an appearance.
That'd be cool. That'd be so, like, inside. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But it's a good one for him to direct because Spider-Man was, I don't know. I like that trilogy a lot, but the way it was done isn't how superhero movies are done anymore. But I think bringing in his Evil Dead stuff and his other horror, I love
like that,
Drag
like
Me to
his
Hell.
Horror eye into
I know
it.
the Doctor Strange sequel is supposed to lean towards horror, so they got the right guy.
Yeah, and like he's gonna have like the special effects today to do all like that wild and crazy stuff he was doing back in like the 80s and the 70s. Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. In addition to the movies I really like that we mentioned, he did, I think it might have been his last movie that he directed, was Oz the Great and Powerful, the James Franco as the Wizard of Oz prequel.
And Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was a solid cast.
Did you see it?
I did. I watched it. That cast. I mean, the ladies.
Mila but it was Rachel. Bad. You agree that it was bad, right?
It wasn't great, but I think I enjoyed. I think I enjoyed like. I enjoyed what I was supposed to enjoy about that movie, which was like the witches. Like I enjoyed the witches of that movie.
I thought it was a mess, but still, I'm excited for Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
that Wizard of Oz though. No, Zach Braff is the monkey sidekick. Yeah, let's do a movie about the wizard. Like, what?
Yeah.
The big character from the original that's like not supposed to be a big deal at the end.
Yeah.
Let's make it all about him.
Let's expose that. Let's look at that door.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. That was really bad. Some good movies though.
Yeah.
We watched High Life. Oh, you didn't like that though.
I really didn't.
So I don't like Oz, but you kind of liked Oz.
Yeah. And
you don't like High Life, but I kind of like High Life.
These are two awful examples.
I don't know. I think it says something. The listener can come to their own conclusion.
About that.
High Life, was from 2018, sci-fi drama with Robert Pattinson, the English language debut of Claire Denis.
Yeah.
Our friend Anthony's one of his favorites. Mm-hmm. He's been urging us to watch this for a long time.
He hit me
We
up.
did it.
He saw my my letterbox rating for it, and he sent me an angry text.
I was watching it, and I thought we were both enjoying it, and then it was over, and you were dissatisfied.
Yeah,
and I was pretty fucked up by it.
I think High Life did some pretty cool things, but I also think it was boring. I personally felt that way about it. But I think it did some cool things. Like, it has merit. Sure. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Okay. If people like it, like, I get it. Like,
yeah, you didn't give it 0 stars.
Yeah, I didn't give it 0. You know what I
mean? You watch anything else this week?
I watched E.T. for the first time.
Oh, right.
Yes. My mother has been urging me to watch E.T. since we went to Universal and we got on the E.T. ride. And I don't know, this is just one of those movies that I feel like I've seen so much because it's highly referenced and it's on, like, we love the 80s, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. You always, like, see clips of it. But I watched it.
It's iconic.
It's iconic, yeah. I watched it and I did enjoy it. It was great. And it had a few surprises in there that I wasn't expecting that caught me. I was like, oh, okay, this is happening. This is, you know, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it, but
most people have seen E.T.
There are still people out there like me, Nate.
But would you have been mad if it was spoiled?
Would I have been? I don't know. I probably would have took it on the chin, like, it's like, It's been out for a long time. What can I expect? But it was really great. It was magical. It was very Spielberg. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had a movie-filled week. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to talk about here. Okay, I'll start with Intolerable Cruelty. We're hot off a over 2-hour podcast on A Serious Man. Mm-hmm. I checked out this Coen Brothers movie that I hadn't seen before. I'm not going to talk about it for 2 hours. I'll keep it short. Not their best. Definitely not their best, but still a lot to enjoy there. And I really like George Clooney in Coen Brothers movies, though this is probably the worst one.
He's been in 3, right?
4.
4.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou, Burn After Reading, Intolerable Cruelty, and Hail Caesar.
Okay.
He always plays a doofus. Actually, his character's kind of smart in this one, but very vain. Mm-hmm. Also, I didn't know Cedric the Entertainer was in a Coen Brothers movie, and that was exciting.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, he was funny. I watched Tiger Tail, new to Netflix. Mm-hmm. The feature debut of writer director Alan Yang, who I've been following since. I didn't know who he was when he wrote for Parks and Rec, but he co-created Master of None with Aziz Ansari, and I really liked the filmmaking in that series. Yeah. And then he went off on his own and did the Amazon show Forever with Fred Armisen and Maya Rudolph, and that was a step. It was not. I was going to say a step up. It was a step to the side. It was something else. He was doing something else. This is even different than all of those. Just straight drama. Yeah. Very
personal.
Yeah, and just serious.
Yeah.
I mean, there were moments of levity, like character moments, but it wasn't a comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a good eye, and it was a story. It was a immigration story of Taiwanese man. And then we see him later in life in his relationship with his adult daughter. Mm-hmm. So that was good. And it reminded me of a movie I'd seen called Beginners, just with the generation, one taking after another. And I don't know, they're very different, but I just watched Beginners right after it. Because just the layers of it reminded me of it. And that's a really good movie that I like.
Mm-hmm. I have to catch Tiger Tail soon.
It's on Netflix forever.
It is.
I think you'll find it boring though.
What?
I don't think it's your movie.
It's my movie? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What else? I pretended I went to the theater one night, turned off all the lights in my room, and I watched the National Theater Live filming of Fleabag, which I guess counts as a movie now. I don't know. Right. It's the one-woman show that the TV series was based off of. Mm-hmm. That is now on Amazon. So yeah, I won't talk about that. It's not really a movie, but I logged it on Letterboxd, so I'm mentioning it. I mean, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is amazing, and to get to see her do like all the characters was really exciting. I didn't really know how the one-woman show worked, and it's the same story but different, and it makes me appreciate the adaptation work that they did making it a TV show.
Right.
I don't know. I watched a Netflix documentary called Shirkers. Do I just go through everything I watched?
No, you don't have to. We could segue into what we just watched.
We just watched Idle Hands.
So I came all the way over here. You said you was holding.
I didn't say what I was holding.
Anton Tobias never had much on his mind.
Don't you think you should have like a goal?
My dream life would be to lie around all day in bed and watch TV while some hot broad delivers me food.
And he always had time on his hands.
4 bodies have been discovered and the killer is still at large.
Until one of them
What's happening to me?
got a mind of its own.
I have no control over my hands. It makes me do things that I don't want him to do.
Aren't you a little old for Ding Dong Ditch?
Sorry about your bush.
I'm gonna call 911. What's the number?
I'm not the killer.
Okay. I mean, if OJ could get off, then I'm sure. You there?
Now, his hand won't stop.
I don't want to hurt you. Don't! Ew, that's disgusting.
His friends won't die.
Dead. Undead, actually. And there was this big bright white light at the end of a long tunnel.
So what happened?
We were like, forget that, man. It's too far.
And the only way to stop it
Idle hands are the devil's playpen, so I'll keep my hands occupied, right?
is to keep it busy.
Freeze! Drop the knitting needles.
That's probably not a good idea.
Put him down! Cuff me!
Put those needles down, young man! Cuff me, cuff me, cuff!
Columbia Pictures presents
The police have no leads and the killer is still out there.
You scream like a girl.
the comedy
Careful, it's on kind of loose. That's really starting to get on my nerves.
that dares to give scary movies
Look at me! I'm in the face!
the backhand.
What you doing, man? That's my dad. Come on.
CPR, man. I saw him Baywatch. Did you lose something there, bud?
Idle Hands. The touching story of a boy and his hand.
Kinky.
Fly for a white guy.
Idle Hands is a 1999 American dark comedy directed by Rodman Flender, written by Terry Hughes and Ron Milbauer. It's based off the saying, idle hands are the devil's playthings.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of movies that are just based off sayings.
Yeah. They took that idea.
But it really is.
And crafted a whole movie for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other movie just based on a saying. In a world where everything's based on something.
Yeah. Just like that simple line. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But really well executed. I mean, we've been doing 420 It is 420.
It is 420.
April 2020.
Yes.
So we've been doing our stoner movies.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the stoner comedy, but
with a horror twist.
The horror twist.
Yeah, horror twist to it.
I mean, in a lot of horror movies, weed is implied, but not directly like
a star of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like how they just lean into that.
Yeah, weed is a star.
Yeah, it's a good one for this month.
Yeah.
I saw it just like 6 years ago for the first time with my friend. Shout out to Billy if you're listening.
Hey, Bill.
He was like, "Hey, have you seen Idle Hands? It's great."
It's great.
And I doubted him, but yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
And it really brought me back to that time. Just the music and the late 90s, early 2000s feel of the whole thing.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with
my relationship
Idle
with
Hands?
the movie? I mean, I seen this movie like a long time ago. I want to say like early 2000s. Like it probably came on TV and I watched it and I was just like, oh, this is great. This is funny. This is like, it's horror and I like just a horror guy. I just grew up liking horror movies and like it just had that element to it. So it became something that like stuck around. I've seen it a few times, but it's been a while since I watched it, honestly. So it was nice to like remember everything that happened in the movie.
Yeah, I did not have the Mallrats effect with this one. I mean,
which is
I'd only
funny
seen it
because I
6
feel like
years
this
ago,
is part of like that lineage, right? Like it's in that family tree.
Yeah, but it's
Mallrats, but it's
good.
Yeah, so it does a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see like the influence. And I'm last week off air, you mentioned to me that they wanted to replace Jay with Seth Green, and then they put Seth Green in this
found
movie.
out. Yeah, that Seth Green was like an alternate casting. The studio,
Yeah.
I guess, saw Clerks and then saw Jay and Silent Bob in the script for Mallrats and was like, let's get Seth Green.
Yeah.
That would have been a disaster. I mean, just let Jay be Jay.
Just
you know?
let Jay
be Jay.
You know, Seth Green is great in
but
this,
yeah,
so.
Seth Green is
he does his thing.
Is good.
Yeah. I'm watching this movie and I'm just like, this is why I like campy shit. Not like solely this movie, but just like growing up watching movies like this, exaggerated is why I like a lot of stuff like this.
All right.
So,
should we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. We've been talking a little bit about stoner movie opening credits. This one leans more into the horror aspects of it than the stoner aspects, though.
Yeah. You get
definitely
the face of the devil.
Yeah, the devil flashes in it.
Yeah.
And then the names are like on like distorted film, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the effect. Yeah. And we open on a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Because it's Halloween time.
Perfect.
Because it's a horror movie.
Yeah. It's Halloween and horror. It makes the perfect excuse for these things to happen. The way they happen. Yeah.
For satanic shit.
Yeah.
And we open on Fred Willard and the actress playing his wife in this movie.
Yeah. Fred Willard.
I only know Fred Willard because it's Fred Willard.
Yeah, he pops up a lot.
Yeah.
This is probably the only thing I can say I've seen her in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're about to go to sleep for the night.
Yeah.
They're turning in.
It's bedtime, man.
Turning off the lights. But there's a message.
There's a message on the ceiling. I'm under your bed. And so the man has to check it out. And he does.
Yeah, well, first they blame their son. They just assume it's their slacker son, Anton.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he leaves bed to check it out.
Yeah.
Leaving his wife alone.
Yeah.
Well, not alone, because she gets scared when she hears a noise, but it's just the old fake out. It's not the killer, it's just your pet.
Yeah, it's the cat.
It's this white cat.
It's this white cat with a
named
loud
Bones.
hiss.
I like that the cat's name is Bones.
I wanted to know, I really like the set design of this room because it really presents this movie to be really campy. Like the really red walls and the green bed and like just like the patterns on the pillow. And like even when they step outside of the bedroom and the father's in the hallway, he's going downstairs, you can see like the hallway's walls are like this like deep green, like just very solid colors throughout this.
Yeah.
He goes downstairs, right? But we're focusing on the lady.
We don't go downstairs with Pa. We just hear the screams.
Yeah. And she's trying to knit as well. She's trying to keep busy.
Yeah.
While her husband goes and checks things out. But then she hears a,
she hears a worrying sound.
A worrying sound. So and she's like, oh my goodness.
She's got to get up and look around for herself. She passes at the end of their stairs. They have, it's like a combination jack-o'-lantern scarecrow, I'd say. Yeah. It's like they're human figures, but with jack-o'-lantern heads.
Yeah, they're kind of like that picture, that art picture of the guy with the...
Oh, yeah. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
But the pitchfork guy with the wife that looks just like him. Like, are we sure they're not siblings? In that picture.
I know, we kind of just came to our own conclusions with that one.
She gets spooked by the jack-o'-lanterns, but they're just the Halloween decorations.
Yeah, and so she has to blow them out because they're still lit.
Right.
They're gonna burn down the house.
Heads back upstairs to the safety of her bedroom. Completely forgetting the message that was on the ceiling that said, I'm under the bed. Yeah. I mean, I guess her husband checked with a flashlight and no one was there. Yeah. But now, guess what? Someone's there. Yeah. And... they pull her down.
Yeah, you just see a hand reach and like pull her in under the bed. And then that bed is a rockin'. Yeah, it is.
Because some satanic shit's happening under there.
Yeah, he's slicing her up under the bed or whatever. This whole time, Anton has been mentioned, but we haven't seen him yet.
Until now. Because Bones, the white cat, comes in, wakes up Anton, who's asleep with his headphones on. Yeah. And this is the slacker son we've heard about. He just he's so rolls slacker. On downstairs, just listening to his to the Offspring, to his punk music, his late 90s punk music. Trying to get some cereal. Yeah. Shouting to his mom and dad that there's no cereal. We don't know it now, but it's revealed later that it's been a couple of days.
Yeah, it's been a couple of days.
The way it's cut, you think it's just the next day.
Yeah. No.
But he just didn't notice his parents weren't around until there's no cereal or milk or dog food.
Or weed.
Well, I don't think his parents were the ones in charge of that. He has a little bit of weed. He smokes a bowl from that he makes out of his inhaler. Yeah. Which is a good movie apparatus. And he turns on the TV. There's the news of some bodies. Yeah. The killer on the loose.
A killer on the loose on the news.
He pays no attention. Switches it. Watches cartoons like any good stoner would. Yeah. But that's the last of his weed. He's dry.
He's dry. He needs weed. So he makes the phone call to get some weed.
Calls his friend P-Nub.
Yeah, and be like, hey, come over, bring me some weed. I'm comfortable. And they're just like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
and
P-Nub calls him a lazy bitch, says, you come over here if you want weed.
Yeah. And so he has to get up and go out, but he doesn't get dressed. He's just such a slacker. He just goes as is.
Yeah, underpants.
Yeah, t-shirt and like a short like robe.
Yeah, robe.
Yeah. Heads out into the suburban neighborhood.
Yeah, on the way to P-Nub's place, we see Randy, his neighbor, who's wearing like a sleeveless rocker t-shirt
and a chain necklace.
Yeah, working on his car, on his truck.
His big Ford truck that kind of looks like a monster truck almost.
Yeah, just like giant tires. Yeah. And right when he walks in, right when he gets to his friends P-Nub and Mick, they're just finished off their bong. Their bong, another good movie weed thing, is just the naked torso of a woman. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a titty bong.
Yeah. That's what it is. And they're like, yeah, we never said we had weed. Yeah. They're just being dicks.
They tell him to smoke nutmeg and oregano.
Yeah. They say you could try that if you really want some. That's Mick, Seth Green's character, just being an asshole.
Yeah. While we're there, we get a glance at Anton's crush.
Yeah, they hear a sound of a electric scooter coming by, and they
she
know
rides a bike.
They know that's his girl.
Yeah,
who he doesn't actually talk to because he's so nervous.
But
it's Jessica Alba as Molly riding down the street in her Vespa, and they're in the basement, of course.
Yeah,
but he lifts up his head to peek through the window, and gets to see her.
Yeah.
And she drops her notebook.
Yeah.
Her lyrics notebook. Her lyric book.
And Seth, Mick, tells him to take her book back.
Go return it. You have an excuse to talk to her.
Yeah, it might lead to sex.
So, he exits through the window. Immediately, right when he gets out, Mick and Pino find more weed.
Yeah.
And smoke more weed.
Yeah. I had a big old bag, too.
Before that, though, they were talking about the bodies, and that's when he mentions that Anton mentions he hadn't seen his parents in a few days.
Yeah.
And then Pinob's like, well, there's that killer. Don't you watch the news? And Anton says, no, I hate that show. So, he's just a really ignorant slacker kid.
Yeah. We also get the information that there is a school dance happening. Mm-hmm. Trick-or-treating is canceled in the neighborhood, in the town or whatever. Mm-hmm. So everyone's going to be at the dance tonight.
Yeah. So Anton leaves. Pino and Mick get to smoke some more weed. Mm-hmm. They do their little game where Mick throws cheese curls into Pinob's mouth.
Yeah.
And
Pino.
Yeah, Mick goes out, grabs the notebook, heads to Molly's.
Yeah.
He doesn't have game.
No, he is terrible.
You could say he's terrible. Yeah.
He had the perfect opportunity, the perfect excuse to start talking to her, and then he just bails.
And she's pretty visibly interested in him too.
Yes. Yeah. She's not coy at all.
It's painful.
Yes.
It's painful.
It's obvious. But yeah, he's a bit of just a wimp, I guess. Not a wimp, a chump. Not a chump, just bad with ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he bolts.
Then we meet Debbie LaCure, played by Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah, Vivica A. Fox is up in
Let's talk about her introduction. She's wearing a nun outfit at first. She's at a police department.
Yes.
Investigating into the bodies that were found that we saw on the news twice already, or discussed. And they look like not the normal bodies.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Something wacky was done.
Yeah.
Maybe not wacky. Demonic.
She
realizes she was too late.
Yeah.
She leaves.
There's the hand is shriveled up. So the spirit has jump ship to somewhere else.
To find a new host.
Yeah. And so she needs to find where the host is going. I mean, where the spirit's going.
Yeah, she walks out, takes off her nun outfit because it was just a disguise, just to get access. Mm-hmm. And then we see that she's got a bunch of newspapers with articles on the killings, and then a bunch of maps.
Yeah,
she's trying to track the killer. She makes she has a marker or pins identifying all the spots where the murders were happening, and then she connects them all. And
she goes, "Wait!"
Yeah, it makes a pentagram. That's how you know some shit's up.
Yeah, she said, "Holy shit! It's a pentagram."
Yeah, that's real silly.
It's so cheesy.
Yeah, she sells it though.
She does. On his way
we meet the cops.
Yeah, we meet the cops. Oh, I love the cops. I don't love the cops, but the way the cops are written
you heard it
to
here
be
first.
these
Girl
guys.
loves the cops.
Right? Just you chop that up, put that out there. No, but okay, so on his way home after blowing it with Molly, he stopped by these two cops. The two cops recently graduated from high school.
Yeah, they were seniors when Anton was a freshman.
Right. And they were dorks, right? And they weren't popular and they weren't invited out.
And they said, you never invited us to go smoke weed with you. And that's when Anton gets the idea to ask them if they have weed.
Right, asking the police if they have
Literally
weed.
tries to cop weed.
And it's so funny because these are the guys that were left out that didn't have any power.
Right.
And now they have the power.
Now they have power.
Yeah, to push people around.
Frisk him.
Yeah, they're exactly
they
those guys.
They find the inhaler, but they don't know it's really a bowl. Mm-hmm. So they just write it off as an inhaler.
Yeah.
Because Anton's clever a little bit. But then they find that he's still carrying around his empty baggie. Mm-hmm. But Anton says, you can't get me for that.
Yeah.
But they drop the baggie on the ground.
Yeah.
Call it littering. They could have gotten him for, like, asking the cops for drugs, no?
Yeah, I feel like it.
But, no, they got him on littering instead.
Something light. Something you can go home with.
You know what? It wasn't even his baggie. It was Peanut's pants that he put on because he was wearing boxers before. Yeah. He grabs Peanut's pants before he talks to Molly.
Well, good thing it didn't have weed in it.
Yeah, right. Next
so yeah, he gets a fine, right?
Yeah.
They give him a $200 fine.
Yeah.
And what does he does? What does he do with it? He rolls with it.
Yeah, he uses it as a rolling paper for his oregano and nutmeg joint. I like he has a dog in addition to his cat Bones. I didn't catch the dog's name though. But he uses the dog's tongue. It's like one of those dogs with the droopy tongue to like wet the ticket so that he can roll it into the joint so that it sticks.
And then he does a silence check. Like everything is going great. And he's just like, hold on, wait, it's later in the day.
He thinks he hears something.
Are my parents back?
Turns off his music. Muzzles his dog with his hand.
No, everything's fine. Everything's great.
Resumes.
Goes back into it. Smokes it.
And then he's making a sandwich.
Wait, he goes back. He actually smokes it.
Yeah.
And has a terrible reaction to it. Mm-hmm. And like spits it out and has to like wash his tongue and everything.
Right, with dish soap.
Yeah, with dish soap. And then he goes to make a sandwich.
Then decides to make a sandwich. Yeah. And he's just watching the TV that's on and it's like MTV and it's just showing scantily clad women.
Yeah.
And he's like transfixed on that while he's
focused.
While he's spreading mayo carelessly across his bed. It's a good sight gag, mayo being a very euphemistic condiment.
Yeah.
I'll say.
And but the blade that he's spreading the mayo with is bloody.
Yeah.
He's making a bloody sandwich and doesn't even realize it. And
then the camera does this thing where it like rotates back and forth on this slanted angle. Mm-hmm. Like just the paranoia increasing.
Yeah.
And just like smoking nutmeg and oregano really can't be good for you.
Yeah.
Also. But yeah, he starts to think the killer's in my house.
Yeah, he's like, oh, the killer's in my house. And yeah, he freaks out.
Looks down and sees Bones licking an eyeball.
Yeah.
Where'd Bones get that eyeball?
Right. So now he has to like search his house.
He doesn't even do that. He just goes upstairs under the covers, right?
Yeah, pretty much. He like uses the dog. The dog is so unbothered, by the way. Mm-hmm. And he's like pushing the dog like go, you go first. And the dog is just like, no. And so he pretty much has to drag the dog. Mm-hmm. And he goes into his parents' room, actually, and gets under the cover.
They hide under the covers with the dog.
Yeah, because he hears something.
Then he tries to push the dog out to, like, go check on it. But the dog's a slacker just like he is. But the alarm goes off.
Yeah.
And that scares Anton because he's trying to keep quiet.
Yeah.
And that's when he looks up and sees the message on the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm under the bed.
That causes him to trip all the way down the stairs. Mm-hmm. Then there's an umbrella on the ground that he falls onto and slips and then hits against the jack-o'-lantern scarecrow things.
Yeah.
And the pumpkins smash. And it's revealed that his parents' corpses.
Yeah, it's his parents.
Are there. Yeah, they're the scarecrow jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, and the mom is missing an eye.
Yeah. Well, I think we know where the eye is.
Yeah.
And Mick and Peanut show up.
Yeah. Does he invite them over? He invites them over, right? To be like, hey, look, my parents. But he is like, hey, guys, look.
They're oblivious.
They're oblivious because there are scantily clad women on the TV.
Yeah, all they can pay attention to is the music video, not the two corpses of their friends' parents that are right there on the ground.
Right next to them.
It's not even like with Anton, they were hidden. like under the pumpkins.
Yeah.
But no, they're just on the ground, but Peanut and Mick can't
but
pay any
boobies
mind.
and bikinis and ladies.
But then they notice Ant written in blood.
Yeah, well, Peanut tries to give the mom CPR.
Oh, right. They do notice the corpses. He tries to
do
CPR, even though it was like a couple of days ago that they died.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know, man. I saw it on Baywatch.
Right.
He has no idea what he's doing. And so, they get the first clue, which is clues. A pizza shirt, right? Mm-hmm. They get the...
Well, he doesn't know what it is. It's some fabric, right?
It's some fabric, right?
And then they see Ant written in blood.
And then they see Ant. And then Peanut's like, so they were killed by ants?
Or what? Do you have an evil ant that we don't know about?
Right.
Obviously, it's Anton, right?
Right.
But no.
No.
Then they see the ears. 2 left ears.
Yeah.
In like... It was like Funyuns? A bag of Funyuns?
A bag of Funyuns.
That was spilled on the ground?
Yeah.
And that's when Mick notices that a circle in the middle of Anton's shirt is cut out.
Yeah.
So what the fabric he was holding is a perfect match.
Yeah.
It was Anton's shirt. Mm-hmm. The killer was wearing what Anton's wearing.
Right. And then they blacklight his hand and he's like, oh, the killer's wearing me.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Mick decides to call the cops.
Yeah, he's like...
Runs to the kitchen.
There's so many jokes.
To the phone.
Like, every line in this movie is a joke. He was like, all right, man, I'm going to call 911. What's that number again?
Right. Before he can get through on the phone, Anton hangs it up. Mm-hmm. Mick is like backing up away. Anton opens the fridge, offers a beer.
Yeah.
But smashes the beer.
Yeah.
And murders his friend.
And murdered his friend.
Broken beer bottle to the head.
Very casually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually don't get to see the death.
No.
Though we do get other graphic stuff later on, luckily. It's not one of those movies that cuts away for every...
No. It cuts away and we hear, like, the stabbing.
Yeah, it cuts away to focus on P-Nub on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he notices.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get out of there.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of there. And, like, Anton is explaining, like, hey, look, it's like my hand has a mind of its own.
And Anton's encouraging him to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, get out of there.
While also uncontrollably approaching him.
Yes.
To maybe murder him. He can't get out the front door.
Yeah.
He's running around. And Anton's, like, giving him tips while chasing him. Like, oh, no, that's the basement. There's no way out of there.
Exactly. Who runs into
But that's where he runs, and Anton follows.
Yeah.
But Anton's able to hold down his hand a little bit.
For a little bit.
For a little bit.
For
He says,
Peanut to get by. Yeah.
Runs up the stairs.
Yeah.
But Anton grabs the buzzsaw.
Yeah, he's almost out of there. He's he's going up the stairs.
Like a frisbee to his back. Yeah. Gets him.
Slices his neck clean off. Mm-hmm.
Decapitation.
Yep.
So yeah, killed his friends. It's good. It's good hand acting on
it is.
Devin Sawa.
Yeah, good pinky
last
movement.
Discussed on the Final Destination episode.
Yeah. He did a good job.
He really
at, like,
sells
making the hand
I can't control my hand. Yeah.
The hand is definitely leading him.
Physical acting.
He watches something on TV. Was it called Clincher?
He's trying to watch cartoons, but the hand keeps grabbing the remote and turning it back to like an old horror movie with a lot of hands.
Yeah, it looks like it's about a hand. It looked like it said Clincher or something. And then I was just like, okay, obvious, like you're putting your inspiration inside the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And he grabs the hand.
Yeah.
And by extension, Anton grabs Old Bones, the white cat, by the tail.
Yeah, because he freed the hand. He freed the idle hand. It needs to do something.
Twirls it a couple times above his head.
By the tail.
Manages to release in a way that, no, the cat doesn't just hit the wall and die. It goes through the window, across the street.
Yeah. This cat is flying.
Yeah. It's all somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah. No cat death.
Lands in Molly's bushes.
Yeah.
So Anton's out to go find his cat. I don't know why. Doesn't he know he's just going to kill it?
Right, if he finds it, he's going to kill the cat. That's what's going to happen.
That's when he gets to Molly's door.
Yeah.
Led by his hand. Mm-hmm. The hand, not Anton.
Right.
Rings the doorbell and like holds it.
Very annoyingly so. Mm-hmm. But Molly is of another different world. She's unfazed by it.
Yeah, this character isn't fleshed out at all.
No, I think the awesome thing about this character Molly is the way that Jessica Alba just like plays it. She plays it so well. Like it's like obvious, like back early in her career, she was a heartthrob. She was a female heartthrob. And she really like played that up in this flick more so than like anything else. It was like very like a very campy, dumbed down performance. I think.
she did her best with the material she was given.
Yeah. Cause she didn't have much, you know what I mean? She was just really just like moving the plot forward for him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she's really into Anton.
Yeah.
Don't you think you're a little old for Ding Dong Ditch? And but she's just flirting with him. He's trying to get out of there and away from his crush that he fears he will murder.
Yes.
But no, his hand is like coming on to her, and she's receptive to it and invites him inside.
Yeah. Yeah. The face kind of gets him to say yes, that he will come in, which is funny.
Yeah. Inside Molly's house, he inadvertently picks up a knife, but then gets his hand to drop it.
Mm-hmm. All behind her back, like she sees none of this.
Yeah, yeah. And just anything the hand does trying to murder her is taken by her as sexual advances. Yeah, and she's into it.
Yeah, yeah. Totally into it.
There's actually the line, Devin, I didn't think you were the kind of guy to just grab me. And she's like excited by that. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're in bed kissing.
They're in bed kissing, so yeah. And everything is working.
But the hand's got something else on its mind.
Choking.
So it chokes her, which she still
she
takes
moves
as a sexual move.
Yeah. She's not like stop, let's stop this. No. She just moves it down to the shoulder. But then the hand goes back.
Yeah. And then Anton decides, because he's kissing his crush.
Yeah.
He doesn't want that to stop, but he needs the hand to stop.
Yeah.
So he ties his hand to the bedpost, which, of course, also is taken by Molly as
being kinky.
You're so kinky.
Yeah.
It's pretty good comedy there.
Yeah. The hand is very upset. Yeah, it's funny, like, because the hand is just, like, banging on everything.
Yeah, and then, like, gripping the door frame and making the bed frame and making the whole bed shake.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to Debbie LaCure.
Yeah.
She's honking.
Yeah. She's on her way.
It cuts from, like, a makeout scene to, like, the horn, the car horn. That's a good edit. Yeah. I like it. It cuts to her horn and she's honking. She's on the interstate trying to get to the exit.
Yeah.
Because she's tracking down the killer to Anton's town.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back to Anton.
Yeah. It looked like they had Whoopi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably
not. I don't know. And he'll see her later at the dance.
Yeah.
But he's got some business to take care of first.
Yeah.
Which is burying his parents and friends.
Yeah.
In the backyard. So
he's a small private funeral.
Digging graves.
Just him.
Yeah. He's got his hand like tied up.
Yeah.
It's working for now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's got the graves dug.
Yeah.
He eulogizes his parents.
Yeah.
Apologizes for being a slacker.
Yeah. Not being the best son.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns to his friends and he goes down the list of everything they did, which is pretty much smoke.
There's one item,
and watch TV.
Smoke and hang out and watch TV.
Oh, I guess that's all we did.
Mm-hmm. Then he hears Mick.
Yeah.
Coming. There's a Mick's voice coming from the grave.
Yeah.
So he puts his ear right up to the grave.
Yeah. And this works because, like you said earlier, we didn't see the death. So for all we know, he didn't die, right? For all we know, something bad happened, right?
Well, we did just see his eulogy.
Yeah.
And the grave.
I'm just saying,
it's assumed that he's dead.
It's assumed that he's dead, right? But, like, we saw Peanut die. Peanut is definitely dead. But, like, the fact that, Mick is talking could mean that, he just buried him alive and now he's conscious again.
I guess so.
Right?
So,
yeah. Like, we don't see the damage until he pops out.
That's definitely Anton's fear in that moment. But he pops out. He did die.
Yeah, he did die.
He just also reanimated.
In his forehead.
He just also reanimated.
Yeah.
He's a zombie.
Yeah. Yeah, and Peanut is alive and knocks him out with a shovel. His torso does.
Yeah, Peanut's alive. His head separated from his torso,
Yeah.
but still full of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, knocks him out.
Yeah. I love how he tries to smoke like before he like digs his friend out.
Mm-hmm.
That this movie does that a lot, where it's just like smoking before decision making.
There's something important to do.
Yeah, you have to smoke before you do something. Yes.
Yeah. And then we have Anton waking up as if it were a dream.
Yes, the
it's
next
like
day.
The classic spring up from bed in a gasp.
Yeah.
And he just says, "Oh, I had the weirdest dream."
Yeah.
And then
just bloody shirt and all.
And then he puts on his. Yeah, well, he didn't notice that. He puts on his Walkman. Then he starts playing the same song that was playing in the opening, and just walks down the stairs the same way because this is just his routine.
Mm-hmm.
And he hears his friends' voices. Has to tell him about this dream, but, he sees his friends as zombies.
Yeah.
It wasn't a dream.
Undead, actually. I like that. It was like, oh my god, you're dead. And he's like, undead, actually. It's the way Seth, delivers that line. Yeah,
Mick is, they're doing their classic thing of throwing cheese curls into Peanut's mouth. But of course now, it's by necessity. It's the only way he can feed his friend.
Yeah, his body is just, in the kitchen walking around.
We learned that they saw the light for heaven, but just decided it was too far.
Yeah, and said, fuck it.
Not worth it. Let's come back.
Let's go back.
It's good makeup for this, for these characters, for the zombies. So they get downloaded on everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
about the hand.
Anton says, who do we know that knows about satanic shit like this?
Yeah.
And they know Randy.
Yeah. Randy, the guy from earlier, dressed in all black and the chain.
Yeah. We cut to the big truck with the license plate, big truck. And Motley Crue shout at the devil playing because he listens to all the satanic music.
Yep.
And he's hitting on girls that are mourning the deaths.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't Peanut and
No,
Nick,
it couldn't have been.
It was like some other people that were killed, the ones that were on the news, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So Randy's trying to pick up mourners.
Yes. It's like the end of Wedding Crashers.
Right.
It's like the Will Ferrell.
Yeah. How low can you sing?
Yeah.
But Anton shows up.
Yeah.
Because he needs Randy's help.
Yeah.
But Randy's mad because Randy thinks
he cock-blocked
even though the girls weren't into it.
Yeah.
But in Randy's world.
Yeah, in Randy's world, Randy's the man. He was going to score.
Anton says, I need your help, but Randy just drives off.
Right.
Going to the rainforest-themed fast food place. I didn't catch the name of it. So Anton runs to the restaurant. It's a pretty good... pretty well executed last minute plan.
Yeah.
Where I don't even remember, where did he get the uniform? Just from a closet?
Yeah.
He runs in the restaurant, gets the employee uniform, sneaks into the back. The person working the drive-thru was just ready to take a break anyway, doesn't recognize that it's not someone they've worked with before.
Right.
And he manages to get a word in with Randy, who's at the drive-thru.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing he says is, tell me everything you know about the devil. I know you listen to all that satanic music.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, before that, when he walks into the restaurant and back into the kitchen, there's some close-ups I like. There's a close-up of knives and then the grills and then the deep fryer.
Yeah.
And the hand is squirming.
Yeah.
Getting
all the
excited.
things that could happen.
Yeah. Look at all my options here.
Yeah. But Randy's fine. Randy is fine.
Yeah, we get the title in dialogue because Randy says the saying, idle hands are devil's playthings.
Yeah.
It says, all you got to do when you feel the devil in you is just keep yourself busy. That's why I have this truck.
Yeah.
Randy, of course, not realizing that Anton's being literal.
Very literal.
And I guess Anton not realizing that Randy doesn't realize that Anton's not being literal because he takes his advice.
Yeah.
And decides to knit.
Yeah, so the next thing
listening to Rob Zombie.
Knitting.
Yeah.
Intensely.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And it's working.
Yeah. It's working. He's fine. He's fine until the cops walk by.
Yeah.
Because they hear the loud music playing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they decide to bust in, guns a-blazing. Guns first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their guns are out and ready.
Anton's trying to get them to cuff him. Shouting, cuff me, and they're shouting, drop those needles, cuff me, drop them, cuff me. It's
he just needs to be cuffed.
Until there's a close-up on one of the knitting needles. It becomes clear, oh shit, this would be a pretty effective weapon.
Yeah. So, he stabs him.
Yeah, stabs one of the cops in one ear, out the other.
Yeah.
And then tases the other cop to death.
Yeah. Burning his face.
And, this is when he realizes, okay, I got to get rid of this hand.
Yeah, it has to come off. So he tries to cut it with
the bagel guillotine.
With a bagel cutter.
Love it. I love my bagel guillotine. But that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So then they try the electric carver.
Mm-hmm.
Mick's got it plugged in, all ready to help. Getting excited, saying, I'm Leatherface. But the cord doesn't reach.
Yeah, it's short.
So they settle for the cleaver.
Yeah. He tries to chop it, but the hand isn't having any of that. And it keeps
dodging.
Moving. Yeah. So he uses Peanut's head. Peanut bites down on his head, and then he takes one clean sweep, and he takes his hand off.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, they get the hand.
And that's how the movie ends.
Hand, no more. No hand, no problem, right?
Oh, yeah, he just amputated himself. Peanut and Mick realize he needs to disinfect that right away to cauterize the wound. He doesn't have anything, so they decide to go off.
They have their smart moments.
Yeah, they say, let's go off, get a first aid kit and burritos.
Yeah. So they leave, and now he's at the house alone, and he looks down, and the hand is no longer there.
Yeah, and then who comes to the door? It's Molly. All ready for the dance, dressed up in an angel costume.
Yeah, she's an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course she is. And she's knocking on the door trying to get him to come.
Right.
He won't.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be out in a minute.
Yeah. He's looking for the hand. The hand is on the loose. The hand said, don't move.
But he finds it at the last minute.
Yeah.
Throws it in the microwave. Turns that shit up.
Yeah.
Boils the hand. Makes a big mess.
Turns it into a monster.
Molly's,
turns black.
Yeah, Molly's about to just enter the house. Purple. But she doesn't get in time because Anton runs out.
Yeah.
And conveniently still wearing the fast food employee uniform.
Yeah.
And with
bloody hand.
With the bloody hand. So he's got a costume too. He's a fast food employee who accidentally cut his hand.
Yeah, it's just like cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Halloween. It's the perfect excuse.
Yeah, so he heads out.
Yeah.
You know, great decision.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut and Mick come back with the first aid kit and burritos.
And burritos, of course.
But Anton's not there.
Yeah. So, and they have no idea what's waiting for them in the microwave either.
No. They got burritos, though, so it's time to microwave that shit.
Yeah.
It's a little messy.
Yeah.
I think Peanut suggests we should clean it out, and Mick says, what? And then clean the whole house, too?
Oh, it's so great. Because, there's blood and shit in the microwave, but there's blood and shit
there's blood
all everywhere. So, where do you stop?
Yeah, so they open the microwave.
And the hand goes flying.
They let it out.
Window.
Yeah.
But
Mick reattaches Peanut's head to his body.
Yeah.
With
the barbecue fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the long fork.
In on one end and then through the neck area.
Kind of just sticks it on
Gets
there.
it in.
Yeah.
Feeds him a burrito, but it goes right through the neck like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
But then he says, I'll fix it. And he gets the duct tape.
Yeah. And he duct tapes his neck closed so that he can eat his burrito.
Oh, Peanut still wants to eat the burrito even though he can't digest it.
He can't, yeah. It's just gonna gunk up in his neck.
Yeah. Anton makes some excuse and gets to leave Molly. Says, I'll meet you at the dance. You just go. Don't stop. Don't look back.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. And she listens.
Mm-hmm.
and gets home, sees that the microwave was open.
Yeah. He's very upset, but they don't really care. No. They think he's being rude, in fact.
Right, because they've been trying to help their friend, and their friend just runs off. And then we cut to the hand, just, I guess not walking. What does a hand do? I don't know. Crawling?
How's the hand? I don't know,
It's getting itself to the dance.
It's doing the hand.
Like hands do.
Interesting. This hand is the same hand from Addams Family. This is the hand. This is the hand.
That you've read that online? Yeah. It's like a robot?
It has a name on Letterboxd. So I don't know if it's someone's hand that's just was a really good hand actor. Cause you can the way he the joints and the lines in the hand were very specific for that. So, but yeah, it's a hand that's been in multiple movies with a name. Right. Christopher Hart.
The hand's got a name.
Yeah, Christopher Hart.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 credits to its name.
Well, no one liked that hand.
They said we had enough of it. It was cool 2 movies ago.
Our next scene's at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Randy bowls a strike. Of course.
Actually, no. He bowls... no, he only hits 1. Oh. He's bad. He's really bad.
I just assumed he bowled a strike because it was a movie scene in a bowling alley.
No, he hit...
he's bad?
Yeah, he hit funny. 1 on the side. And that's all he got. And then Liqueur walks in.
Yeah, Debbie comes in and she's
dressed
looking
in her costume.
Right, she's looking at everyone's hands, trying to find the killer,
the evil hand.
Yeah. She knows exactly what she's looking for. And Randy hits on her.
Yeah, he sees this foxy woman and he can't control himself. So hits on her, calls her foxy, and
buys her a drink. Yeah, she's open to it. She hears him out. Yeah. He asks her what she does, and she says, "You wouldn't be interested," but he says, No, I would be."
And she says it all I'm looking for a hand that's evil, that's possessed with this evil spirit. Yeah.
And, she says, "I'm a druidic high priestess, and I'm hunting the spirit responsible for all the killings, and it's a satanic evil."
Yeah, I love how crazy she sounds. And then just how much of this movie is just go with it. And so he's just oh man, that's heavy shit.
Yeah.
And so he's oh, I know this guy that was telling me who was talking to me about his idle hand.
Right.
And so she's it clicks. And she's don't fuck with me. And he's no, seriously, let's go. We'll ride in my car. And so they go off to find the hand. They go off to,
they get it. They don't get in Randy's car. They get in the bus.
Yeah, in the bus.
Meanwhile, Anton convinces P-Nub and Mick to go with him to the dance because all shit's gonna break loose. They got to help out.
Yeah.
Then they decide, you know what? We could win the costume contest.
Yeah.
We have pretty convincing costumes.
Yeah.
So they say they can go because if they win the costume contest, they have a pretty good chance of finding some ladies that are interested in them.
Yeah.
That's a big motivation for a lot of characters in this movie.
There's this is another scene where the influence is on the screen because when he comes in, Blackula's on TV, which is just interesting. If you're gonna have a blaxploitation movie in your film, is the interesting one to have.
Why?
Because it's a horror blaxploitations, and those are not that common, horror blaxploitations, and also to see it in this movie, because this movie is it does take it's exploitive, right? It's an exploitation. It's it's a teen, a white teen exploitation film. Yeah. So I definitely see oh yeah, they were inspired by exploitation, comedy and just that narrative and how where they place women in it. Where they place white women, where they place black women Vivica Fox, and how Vivica is I don't know, not as dumb as say Jessica Alba's character. And just they're the cisness, the hetero cisness to it. This is like very handed, like, we're straight men, we're into women, we're not into gay men, we're not into fags. Right. Yeah, it's very that. And a lot of exploitation films also, like, have that hand on it as well.
I think just most movies.
Yeah. But this one, like, really, like, is just, like, nailing it in. Like, even the last line in this movie. But yeah, Blacula's on the TV. They decide to take the Ford.
Yeah, they don't have wheels, so they steal Randy's Ford.
Yeah.
Just as Randy and Debbie are pulling up. So Debbie runs out of the car. Randy says, "Don't let them take my car, my truck."
Yeah. She's so confident. She's like, "I won't. I got this."
Yeah, Anton's in the driver's seat, but it's a manual transmission. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't have a right hand. Mm-hmm. So he has Mick control the gear change while he drives. Mm-hmm. And they hit Vivica. Yeah. They hit Debbie.
Yeah, and she goes flying across the street.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God damn. She didn't even stand a chance.
Yeah, it makes it seem like they killed her maybe.
Yeah.
But then... and they don't realize what they hit.
Yeah, they don't even know what they hit.
Let's just keep going.
Yeah, they just go.
Yeah, Randy... successfully performs CPR.
Very creepily, CPR. Like a creep.
Right, but
because he does that look around thing, like, oh, she's unconscious.
Yeah.
But he gives her CPR, and she comes back to life. And she does have a really funny line of, "Oh, you have barf breath."
Yeah.
Which he thinks is a compliment. He loves it.
They get in the bus to follow the truck to the dance. Mm-hmm. We see what the hand's been up to.
Yeah.
There's a couple in a costume outside the dance in their car kissing.
This is a staple, like a campy classic.
Right. Teens getting murdered while they're
in the car making out.
Make out.
Yeah.
There's some comedy in that the man's touching the woman with his hands.
Yeah.
Got his hands all over her breasts, and then all of a sudden there's a third hand. And she's just like, "Oh, that's right there." Oh.
Yeah.
And then looks down and sees the hand.
Yeah. And it's decrepit. Yeah.
Yeah. Realizes she has 3 hands on her, and one is dismembered and moving on its own.
Yeah. And the hand breaks her neck with his grip.
Yep.
Yeah. And then goes for the man and kills him.
Yeah.
Lickety split.
And then we see inside the dance, the band that's been playing is The Offspring.
Yeah.
And Molly's with her friend Tanya. Mm-hmm. Molly's the angel, Tanya's the devil.
Yeah, angel and devil.
They're dancing to The Offspring's cover of the Ramones' I Want to Be Sedated, which I like that as the song selection just because, it's Anton's whole goal in life is to do nothing, to be sedated. He wants to be sedated, so appropriate song selection.
Yeah. Molly and Tanya are like, the way they dance is
they're not dancing well to the music.
They're not dancing to the music. They're just being like, "Ooh, I'm sexy. Yeah. Ooh, I'm a girl. Ooh, I'm sexy. Ooh, look at this." Like very like foiling big of like sexy arms, action and swinging hips.
Mm-hmm. And everyone else in the dance is just like jumping up and down like you would to punk.
No, they're in their own world doing their own little thing.
Then we see the principal in his office trying to connect to phone sex line.
Yeah.
And the hand gets the principal.
Yeah. He's like, "Ooh, it's almost like I can feel your hand touching me."
Right.
Wait, I can feel your hand touching me. Ah! And it like pops out his pee hole.
Yeah.
Well, what is that? That's not a pee hole. What is it? A zipper?
In his
pants zipper?
In the pants.
Yeah. He gets killed. He gets phone boned.
And then then the hand uses the electric pencil sharpener that's on the desk to sharpen its nails.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It levels up.
Yeah.
Anton hears the screaming and is like going to the principal's office where he heard it, but the hand's not there.
Yeah.
And then Randy and Debbie are in.
Yeah.
And Randy points out, "Anton, that's him."
Yeah.
So they go into attack mode.
Yeah, she's like, I know how you can,
I know how I can help you.
Yeah.
Die!
Yeah, die! And just like tries to kill him.
They have a scuffle until Anton's able to explain that he severed his hand.
Yeah.
And
she calls him a dumbass.
Yeah, she says, well, that was a really dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
You let it loose.
Yeah.
And then Anton explains that his girlfriend, and Randy's like, you got a girlfriend, what?
Yeah.
But he does now.
Yep.
His girlfriend's in there, and the hand might kill her.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, the hand's definitely going to kill her.
Yeah.
It's going to drag her to hell by midnight.
It's going to take
Druid time, which is in 4 minutes.
Druid time. Peanut is having a great time. He's making out with Tanya.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the guys that never leave their couch and now are out here in the world succeeding.
That's success.
That's success for them.
Anton takes to the stage of the dance.
Yeah.
He gets the music to stop, grabs the mic, and warns everyone that the killer hand is on the loose.
Yeah, there's a psycho killer out there. Everyone leave.
Everyone's just booing him, though.
It's Halloween.
Yeah, they're not listening to him.
No.
And the lead singer of The Offspring says, okay, you had your fun. Now come on. And as he's saying that, the hand comes.
Yeah.
And just scalps him.
Yeah.
Just like
rips it
with
off.
its grip. Just
gripped it off.
Pulls his scalp off.
Mm-hmm. And that's enough for the people.
Well, yeah, now the people realize that shit's going down and they run and scatter and trample each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Molly almost goes to find Anton. Mm-hmm. Tanya's like, come on, Molly, let's go. And Molly's like, but Anton. But Tanya talks some sense into her.
Yeah.
And they decide to take to the vents to avoid getting trampled.
Yeah. It's so great that the devil and the angel together.
Mm.
But yeah, they're in the vent and they can hear the hand coming. Or Tanya is just really like paranoid that the hand is going to get
them
yeah.
through a vent.
And so this is where they write Molly a brain, right? And she becomes, they get to the fan. Yeah, they get to the fan. Yeah, she takes charge.
Yeah, she Finding Nemo's the fan.
Yeah.
She takes Tanya's shoe and jams it.
Yeah. And, now her army training has kicked in and she climbs down the rope. But Tanya's too scared to do it.
Yeah, Tanya's scared of heights or something.
Yeah.
Really hesitating.
Yeah.
Being idle, you could say.
Mm.
And yeah, then we see from Molly's perspective the rope then being pulled up, and she thinks Tanya's pulling up the rope.
Why are you pulling up the rope?
But she's not.
Yeah.
And then Molly can't see what's happening. Mm-hmm. We kind of know what's happening though. The hand strangles Molly or with Tanya with the rope. Yeah.
And then drops her down.
And
begins to hang her.
Yeah, she's hung.
Yeah.
And then it's like grabbing at the red shoe.
Yeah.
It's like almost like the hand is like a sexual being too.
Oh yeah.
Like the way it
the hand is like
the hand is attracted to the shoe, I guess. The way it
it's like it's showing you what it's about to do. Like it's like having a little fun at this moment.
Yeah.
Like
grabs the shoe, pulls the rope up. That's now a noose attached to Tanya.
Yeah.
And
chops her. Yeah. Chops her up. She gets chopped, man. She gets the big chop.
Molly runs to the art room.
Mm-hmm.
And Anton runs to the art room.
Mm-hmm.
But Molly's not in the art room.
No.
But what is in the art room? A creepy puppet.
Yeah.
I love that the hand then finds a hand puppet.
Yeah. Just another way to dress it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Because killer puppets or dolls are such a trope in horror.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea that it's not actually the doll coming to life, it's
the hand inside.
I don't know. I like that. Anton gets it. He almost ends it there.
Yeah.
But Peanut and Mick, who followed Tanya and Molly into the vents, and then hear the screams from the art room, drop down from the vent, onto Anton right when Anton's about to finish it.
Yeah, thinking that they're helping him, but really they just let it go again.
Again.
Yeah. So like Molly was knocked out, right? She was knocked out.
Yeah, she was knocked out
by the hand. And now it has her tied, right? That's the next scene.
Now they're in the auto shop,
right? And she's tied to the roof of the car. She's bound with red rope.
She's in her bra and panties. Also, she was stripped.
Not yet. Not yet. She's still in the costume. It's not until Anton tries to pull her down that he pulls down her midsection. And then now she's tied up in rope and bra and panty set.
Yeah.
And a pentagram above her. She's in white. She's the angel about to be sacrificed.
She's the virgin, which is why I don't think they had sex also.
True. That is a big trope as well.
Yeah. So yeah, the car is being raised toward the ceiling so that she would essentially be smushed against the ceiling.
Yeah.
And killed. But Anton, Mick, and Peanut get over there.
Yeah. And they're trying to like relieve the hand.
Trying to do something, but they can't.
Yeah, the hand is not budging.
The grip's very strong. The hand, which is still in this really goofy puppet.
Yeah.
So then Mick decides they need some help.
Yeah.
And they find the mechanic's bong, which is like made out of like exhaust pipes from cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do the Popeye illusion. Peanut says he needs spinach for strength.
Yeah.
And, it works. They
smoke. They get super high.
Anton sees them smoking, so he goes over to smoke.
Right.
And then Molly looks down like, are you seriously getting high with your friends right now?
And after taking a big inhalation, he blows it into the puppet.
Yeah.
And the hand gets high.
And then the puppet's eyes like roll back. They get loopy and roll back and then become all red.
Yeah.
It's just really goofy. And that's getting the hand high is how they got it to stop.
Yeah.
It drops the controls and they're able to save Molly.
And then like with an inch to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Debbie runs in. Debbie LaCure to save the day. The day's kind of saved, but she's got to put an end to it. Throws her dagger.
Yeah, her sacred dagger. It flies into Mick's chest instead of like being darted into the wall. It's darted into his chest. The dagger
hits the hand, which hits Mick's chest. So now,
and then it just
like fizzles.
That's all it does.
Sparks and fizzles, and then Seth Green has the line delivery. Is that it?
That's all. No big explosions. Nothing.
And then Debbie just says, "Yeah, now we've got to go have ritualistic sex."
Yeah,
and her and Randy take off.
Yeah,
because that was it.
That was it.
There were good effects the whole way through the movie. It's kind of funny that they just have like the little one at the end. Definitely are aware of that. Anton takes Molly down off the top of the car.
Yeah,
and they decide to make out underneath the car.
Yeah.
Which is now raised up very high.
Somehow, so they start to leave from under the car. Molly does first, but then I want to say it's either Mick or Peanut. One of them.
Peanut was like, "Hey, let me get that bong."
Yeah,
and he accidentally hits the controls.
Yeah,
and
the car
crushes Anton.
Yeah, the car like falls down on him.
Yeah.
And then
right before that, though, when Peanut's about to, like when they're still making out, Peanut says, "As usual, marijuana saves an otherwise disastrous day."
Yeah.
And then he goes to take the hit and kills his friend.
Yeah. And so they get their second call to heaven.
Yeah, Mick and Peanut see the light and they decide to take it.
Yeah, and before they exit, they go, "Anton, are you coming with us?"
Yeah.
It seems like Anton's dead. I mean, the car fell on him.
And then it cuts and we get our epilogue.
Yeah.
And Anton is not in heaven.
No.
He's in the hospital in a full body cast.
Full body cast.
We learn that he gave up heaven to be with Molly.
Yeah.
Who's taking care of him.
And she's appreciative.
He gets to live his dream of just sitting there while he has this beautiful woman feeding him.
Yes.
It's like a dream come true for him. He's completely immobile in his full body cast, but it's all he ever wanted.
Yeah.
Then Mick and Peanut show up as guardian angels.
Yeah, they've
got the wings and
now.
the halos.
Yeah.
And like the like semi-translucent appearance. Like the nurse doesn't see them or doesn't notice
They don't
them.
look as gross as they did before.
Yeah. So he's got his friends. It's a happy ending.
It's a happy ending.
Molly leaves. Then Mick and Peanut decide to go get some snacks.
Yeah. And hit the light.
They hit the light
on their way out.
Mm-hmm. What happens?
Above him is the same sign that we saw earlier, which is "I'm under your bed."
Yep.
So
I'm
he
under
thinks
the
the
bed.
hand is back. Yeah.
And he screams.
He's freaking out.
And then we cut to Mick and Peanut walking down the hall, saying, "Should we tell Anton that we left that message?"
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then they laugh. What was the last line?
The last line is like, "Hey, let's go, like peep in on some nurses." And then Peanut goes, "Hold on, some of them are men."
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And like that's the very last line.
That's the very
it's
last
like,
line. Some nurses are men.
Yeah, some nurses are men. So like, don't want to do that.
Right.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. That's the end. That's Idle Hands.
Yeah.
It's real fun.
Yeah, it's a good fun watch. You know,
I only mentioned a couple of the
its
songs, but I
things.
really like the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Just a great alt punk early aughts, late 90s.
Early alts like that
teen movie
dark
soundtrack.
sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's what I got. You have any other thoughts?
No, I mean, I appreciate this movie. I can find appreciation in this movie because it's funny and because I can identify it as being campy and exploitive. Mm-hmm. And because of that, I can like take the humor for what it's supposed to be, you know?
Yeah. Is it a movie or a film?
I am going to say that Idle Hands is a movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Through and through.
Through and through. Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of like Evil Dead. I'm glad you had an Evil Dead quote. Yeah.
It's definitely a direct inspiration.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like its influences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm into it. You have any final thoughts on it?
No. That's all I got. It's a movie. No. It's really fun. I like the music, and it's a time capsule.
It is a time capsule.
And
watching this, I was just like, oh man, this is like a better Mallrats. And
it's not really like Mallrats.
No, it's not really like Mallrats, but I was just like, they're kind of similar. Like they kind of like are about like white young men smoking weed, right? Like being like very like hetero male, like driven and
which is
with,
unfortunately
like, women,
right? like 98% of stoner movies are just straight white men getting high.
And then I was just like, man, if we should have did Friday. It just made me like, especially like at the beginning when he was like getting cereal and didn't have milk. I was just like, it just reminds me of Friday. I was just like, oh, we should have did Friday.
Yeah. Well, tweet us at MovieFilmPod, same handle on Instagram and Facebook, or email us moviefilmpod@gmail.com. Tell us your favorite horror comedy or stoner horror. I think this is like as good as it gets with stoner horror.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially
the Cabin in the Woods
like,
is like one of the only ones I can think of.
Such a like big part of it.
Yeah.
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 I would say so.
And tune in next week. We will be back with our fourth and final and perhaps most weed movie.
Yeah. It's going to be filled with weed. It's all about weed. Yeah.
And that's next week on Movie
Film.
Want to sit around and watch TV?
Yeah.
Want to sit around and watch TV?
Yeah.
Want to sit around and watch TV?
Yeah.
Want to sit around